Right now, your HTML document is a bare skeleton, but by the end of this lesson, we'll give that structure a wardrobe and a brain. Over the next 5 minutes, you'll learn how to connect your HTML to an external CSS file for design and an external JavaScript file for interactivity. Before we write a single line of code, verify your workspace. You need an open code editor, a web browser, and 3 starter files ready. Here is the golden rule for this setup. Your index.html, style.css, and script.js files must live in the exact same directory. If they aren't grouped together exactly like this, your browser won't be able to map the file paths and your links will fail. Keeping your code organized into these 3 distinct files, structure, design, and logic, is the architectural foundation of modern web development. Let's start with your index.html file. We need to build the standard HTML5 boilerplate, placing our focus entirely on opening the head tag. Think of the HTML document in 2 distinct halves. The body contains what the user sees, like text and images. The head is the brain of the document. It operates behind the scenes, holding metadata and instructions for the browser. Inside that head tag, type out a title element to name your page, and immediately above or below it, type meta charset equals UTF-8. That UTF-8 charset attribute is mandatory. It tells the browser how to translate text data into human-readable characters, ensuring that global language characters or symbols on your page will render correctly instead of breaking into unreadable chaotic errors. By configuring this invisible metadata first, we prepare a stable environment. The browser is now ready to process our external design and logic links without errors. Now let's attach the design. Directly inside the head section, type an opening angle bracket, followed by link rel equals stylesheet, href equals style.css, and close the bracket. The rel attribute defines the relationship, telling the browser we are attaching a style sheet. But the href attribute is the heavy lifter. It acts as the literal path, pointing the browser directly to your external style.css file. You might see older tutorials tell you to add a type equals text/CSS attribute to this link tag. You should skip it entirely. In HTML5, modern browsers inherently assume any link style sheet is CSS. Writing out that extra type attribute is an obsolete practice that adds unnecessary bloat. Let's test the connection. Save your code, switch to your web browser, and refresh the page. When that stark white page transforms into a styled layout, it confirms your link is active. The browser is now successfully pulling its structural instructions from one file and its design rules from another. Next, we need to add interactivity. Right below your CSS link inside the head, open a new tag and type script. Pay attention to a critical syntax difference here. The link tag we just used is a void element, meaning it stands alone. The script element is not. You absolutely must write out a closing script tag for it to function. Inside the opening script tag, add a src attribute. This functions exactly like the href attribute from earlier, creating a path that targets your script.js file. Like we did for our CSS, leave out the outdated type equals text/JavaScript attribute. The browser expects JavaScript by default. This chart shows why we need our final addition, defer. Without it, downloading a script pauses the browser from rendering your page. Defer forces the browser to finish parsing HTML first, preventing JavaScript from crashing when modifying unrendered elements. Using the defer attribute creates a predictable loading sequence. By forcing the script to wait for the HTML, you eliminate the risk of code crashing. Now for the final step of our developer workflow. Save all of your documents and refresh your browser one last time. Interact with the web page. Click the button we styled earlier to verify that it triggers the logic inside your JavaScript file. When you see that browser pop-up successfully appear, your setup is complete. Your 3 layers of the web, structure, presentation, and behavior, are now communicating correctly. You've successfully upgraded your project. You started with a basic HTML skeleton, and you've transitioned to a modular 3-file system. This separation of concerns creates huge operational benefits. By keeping your styling rules and logic isolated from your markup, debugging errors becomes more targeted, and scaling up to larger projects becomes manageable. Take a few minutes to experiment independently. Try altering the color codes in your CSS file, or changing the text of the alert message in your JavaScript to see how the system reacts. This exact setup, a properly linked HTML structure, a CSS style sheet, and a deferred JavaScript file, is the universal starting point for web development. You've built the solid foundation. Next, we'll dive into the advanced concepts that sit